Today we see another all-time high with the SPY breaking through its previous resistance level, rejecting any possibility of a top or correction signal. Apparently the market is just unstoppable, but how far can this uptrend take us? What if we see a correction next? Well, let's take a look. You are watching the Finance Hydra Channel, where we study the market from the perspective of technical analysis in order to develop ideas and strategies based on technical evidence, without guesswork or emotions. Here, we are market professionals and we are here every single day studying it together. My name is Nathan. Welcome to another daily study. Now, as we can see here, SPY is insanely bullish. Yesterday we saw a bullish reaction, which was a possible top signal, right? But as I always tell you guys, in order for a top signal to materialize, it needs to be triggered first. Today, at any moment, SPY lost yesterday's low. In fact, we broke yesterday's high and we broke the previous all-time high at 609.23. Right now, we are closing at 609.75. Therefore, yes, we clearly made a new record high, frustrating any bearish expectations over here. There were any top signal in the first place, but it is a fantastic bullish reaction, which is just reinforcing the uptrend. Now you may ask, Nathan, what if we see a pullback next? Well, since we just hit a technical resistance level, we just reached the 609, alright? So we are around a resistance area. If we see a pullback, now would be the perfect time for the SPY to make a top signal. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. However, if we see a bearish reaction below the 609, okay, maybe we're gonna see a top signal suggesting a sharper correction ahead, a medium-term pullback. If we see a mid-term pullback, SPY is supposed to retest its next technical support level, which is, in this case, the 21-day EMA, the exponential moving average on the daily chart, which is right now pointing upwards. We are at 595 over here, but it is going up very fast. Therefore, it is going to be a little bit higher in the next few days. Either way, the 21-day EMA is a technical support level that SPY could reach in case a pullback occurs. Again, what it takes for the SPY to trigger a pullback, a technical pullback, first, we need to see a top signal. Any bearish reaction, any known bearish candle structure below the 609. Secondly, we gotta see this bearish reaction getting triggered, meaning we gotta see this we gotta see a bearish candle, and then in the following day we need to lose this candle's low, all right? Only then we may see a technical top signal getting triggered, and then we can work with a medium-term pullback. Again, medium-term pullback, because long-term speaking, we are still insanely bullish. If you ask me, last week we just made a bottom signal, and right now we are breaking the previous pivot point in order to reach new highs. In the lack of technical evidence suggesting a bearish reaction, suggesting a top signal, we can only expect that yes, SPY will maintain its uptrend. Let's see tomorrow, alright? Maybe tomorrow we're gonna see a top signal. If we see, perfect. Now, QQQ is still not there yet. We have yet to reach its previous resistance level at 539, which is its previous all-time high. Now, you may ask, but Nathan, what if we see a top signal without reaching the 539? Okay, either way, we could easily see a pullback to the 21-day EMA again, and that's it. Because remember, we are still in a long-term uptrend. We are still inside an ascending channel. It is ascending, it is going up, it is clearly bullish, alright? There is no deny. Against facts, there are no arguments. If you believe that the market is overpriced or not, it is not important. No one cares. So the market is still very bullish, maintaining its uptrend. Now 539 is its next technical resistance level. If we see a top signal, fantastic. Any pullback to the 21-day EMA could be just another buying opportunity. And that's how I see SPY as well. Any pullback to its support level, it is going to be a technical buy opportunity if we see a meaningful bullish reaction confirming a bottom signal around this area. Because guys, while we are in an uptrend, you gotta see pullbacks as possible buying opportunities, because you are going to buy with a very good risk-reward ratio, even if you are wrong, because you could be wrong. We all can be wrong in this market, but if you are wrong, you're gonna lose little. You're gonna lose little money. If you make money, you're gonna make way more money than you are willing to risk in the first place. So your gains will always outweigh your losses if you always buy near support levels. Conversely, if you always sell near resistance levels, that's also a valid trading plan as well. However, in order for us to sell, we gotta see a bear market first. We gotta see a bear trend first. So far, SPY, QQQ, they are not bearish at all. Regarding Nvidia, we are apparently heading towards the 159, I'm so sorry, 149 up here, the next technical resistance level, the resistance level of this congestion, because Nvidia is moving sideways. Unlike SPY, unlike QQQ, we are more like sideways over here. However, of course, long-term wise, we are still maintaining the uptrend. Recently, we just made a pullback to the 21-day EMA, and right now we are going up nicely. Okay, fantastic. Recently, we just made a pullback as well to the 130s support level, and we are going up nicely as well. I already told you guys that we bought Nvidia over here near this bottom level. In fact, Right now, apparently, we are heading towards our next technical target, okay, which is 149. However, if we see a top signal in this case, Nvidia will trigger a technical sell. Yes, it will, even though it is not near our support. It is not reaching our resistance level yet. But if we see, again, because if we see any pullback to the 21-day EMA, that could be just another buying opportunity. Nvidia is a quite interesting stock to hold right now because it is going to report earnings in 34 days. It is still far away from earnings report, right? Many stocks will report their earnings next week, in 2 weeks, Nvidia in more than 1 month. So it is quite easy to hold Nvidia in a moment like this. Therefore, yes, it is looking quite good. And guys, remember, if you want to trade with me, join the 5% project. We are a community of swing traders, skin in the game, all right? We are constantly hunting for new opportunities. We are constantly nailing very nice bottom signals in this market together. We study the market together. And of course, it is our educational project where you can learn how to trade consistently like a professional using a crystal clear trading methodology that is here to help you to trade without stress, without emotions. Here, we just use technical evidence in our favor. Trading isn't supposed to be stressful, all right? You're not supposed to get stressed. Trading in this market, you are supposed to trade calmly, just reacting to what you see at the moment. And right now, guys, since we bought Nvidia down here, it is a fantastic trade. We are still holding it. And if you ask me, we still could reach the 149. However, if we see the SPY materializing a top signal below this resistance level after making a new all-time high, that will be quite problematic for our dear Nvidia. So either way, it is totally impossible for us to lose money at this point, but Nvidia is still quite promising, okay? In spite of the possibility of a medium-term pullback to the 21-day EMA, it is still very promising because, again, any pullback could be just another buying opportunity because long-term wise, we are still very bullish. Regarding SPY, regarding Tesla over here, we see Tesla losing momentum. It is losing steam, right? But guys, we are still inside a trap zone between the 21-day EMA, which is acting as a support level since January 15, and the 426, a crystal clear resistance level. So short-term wise, if we take a look over here, you may even see a possible head and shoulders chart pattern, right? But again, we see a bearish reversal chart structure. A head and shoulders chart pattern is a quite reliable chart structure from a statistical point of view because it does reverse the trend nearly 70% of the time, if I recall correctly, according to Thomas Bukowski's studies. But it is such a powerful bearish chart structure because we see a bullish pivot point, meaning a higher high, higher low, followed by a lower high, lower low, a bearish pivot point. So this is why it is so important for Tesla to not trigger this bearish chart structure and maintaining the price above the 21-day EMA. Because if we lose it, we're going to lose a support level on the daily chart and we are going to trigger a head and shoulders chart pattern on the 1-hour chart. And this is going to materialize a quite solid bearish chart structure, suggesting that yes, Tesla could reach the $358 again. Nathan, what Tesla needs to do in order to avoid this bearish thesis, in order to avoid triggering this bearish case? We gotta see a meaningful bullish reaction as soon as possible, preferably tomorrow, closing above the 426 again. All right, and only then we may reject the idea of a bearish thesis to the $358. Oh, and by the way, it is going to report earnings in 6 days. So maybe we're gonna see a new opportunity in the next few days, all right? If we see, as far as I know, if we see Tesla collapsing to the 358, or maybe even to lower levels like the 21 weekly moving average, I believe Tesla will trigger a very nice buying opportunity because for technical reasons, because we are bullish on the weekly chart, making higher highs, higher lows. Therefore, any pullback to our support level could be just another buying opportunity if we see Tesla collapsing, of course, because as far as I know, we could just explode again, all right? Either way, we can always find a strategy to work here on Tesla. And this is why you should subscribe to the 5% project, because there I always share many interesting technical trades, technical information, valuable information to you guys so you can trade calmly without stress. And by the way, it is free to try. Okay, I totally forgot to say this, but it is absolutely free to try. You have 7 days free. Some people ask me, some people send me emails, right? Nathan, I don't know if I should join your group, right? Because are you going to analyze Tesla, Nvidia? Which stocks are you going to send us calls, signals, etc.? Guys, just join us over there. It is totally free, okay? If you have any doubts, you can join us for free, because there I share many exclusive trading signals and strategies on Tesla, Nvidia, QQQ, SPY, etc. So just take a look over there. The link to my website is in this video's description. Okay, now back to our analysis. AMD is on the verge of breaking the 21-day EMA, and in this case, it is going to technically reverse the bear trend, right? Because if we see a higher high, higher low for the first time since October last year, right? That would be phenomenal. So, however, first we gotta see a crystal clear breakout of this moving average on the daily chart, which is still acting as a quite reliable resistance level for AMD. By breaking our first resistance level, fantastic. AMD may trigger a top signal. I'm so sorry, a bottom signal on the weekly chart. All right, 121, that's the previous support level, which is acting, which could be a technical resistance level for us, but right now, we are trying to break and close above it. If we do close above the 121 on the weekly chart, maybe this movement over here was a false breakout of our previous support level, which is going to be very frustrating for the bears. In this case, AMD will have everything to recover to seek much higher levels again, possibly the 144, medium term wise, as we can see here on the daily chart, which is our next technical resistance level, and we have an open gap above the price, which could act as a magnet for the price, because remember, gaps work as magnets for the price when we see reversals. Therefore, by materializing a bottom signal on the weekly chart, 144 is going to be our next technical resistance level on AMD. It is going to technically reverse the short and medium term bear trend on the daily chart, and that is going to be a very good, meaningful chart structure. By the way, AMD triggered a head and shoulders chart pattern last year, right? The very same chart structure Tesla is about to trigger on the 1 hour chart. So again, that's a classic example of how charts work, right? You see technical evidence, you see charts materializing their structures, and then you react properly to what you see. All right, in this case we did trigger a lower high, lower low, materializing this head and shoulders chart pattern, and we actually reversed the trend, making a very solid bearish reaction, right? So we gotta be very careful with this head and shoulders on Tesla's 1 hour chart, all right? So this is why we should pay extra attention, because we could see what AMD did over here on the daily chart. So let's pay attention to this key point. And guys, regarding Palantir looks insane. Palantir looks very good. Of course, not as good as your like and subscription, because if you're new, if you are still watching this video and you are not a subscriber, my dear friend, nearly no one without any interest in technical analysis, any interest in learning more about how charts work, would watch a video like this for more than 5 minutes. Trust me, this channel is for you. So consider subscribing, because we are here every single day talking about many stocks, studying the market together, sharing ideas, sharing strategies. So subscribe and click the like button to support me, because your like means a lot. Seriously, it does mean a lot, all right? It helps a lot our channel to grow, and well, it does make me happy. So click the like button, so spread the joy. Spread the joy. Now, as we can see, back to Palantir, we see Palantir making another very good bullish reaction, going up nearly 3% right now today. If you ask me, and I told you guys this yesterday, we are heading towards the 84.80, $84.80. That's our next technical resistance level, and it is a technical target for Palantir. However, it is quite difficult to say that Palantir is a buy right here, right now, because guys, if you buy Palantir at this point, where is going to be your stop loss, right? So if we see another pullback on Palantir over here, back to the $71, fantastic. We may see another buying opportunity, but in the lack of technical evidence, and as long as the risk-reward ratio is not that attractive, it is quite difficult to say that Palantir is a buy. I know it is supposed to seek the $84 again, but since the risk is quite uncertain in this case, because if you buy over here and see pull back to the $71 again, you can't complain, because you are buying near a top, near the previous resistance level at $79. So while the SPY has just reached its previous resistance level as well. So guys, I always advise caution. I always advise you guys to be careful and not be reckless, at least, all right? So right now, in my humble opinion, I see Palantir as a good stock, but it is not necessarily a buy right now. If we see pullback, fantastic. It is going to be a buy for sure, but right now, it is just going up, all right? I don't see any meaningful technical evidence suggesting otherwise. I don't see any top signal. I don't see any bearish reaction, but it is quite difficult to assess the right risk management in this situation. Of course, I'm going to keep you guys updated every single day on this. And if I see any other interesting opportunity, I will always share with you guys, with the members of the 5% project. So join our project, just take a look at our website for more information. The link is in this video's description. It is free to try. Thank you very much for your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow.